We will reviewing Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan. Through media, people nowadays can easily get to know the different artists in their fields and recognize these artists from their efforts through award-giving bodies. These artists are the bearers of our culture. Since the pre-Spanish era, the Philippines are rich in its culture. Ancestors are the living heritage or culture bearers of this country. They developed these native art forms which portray the significant life of the Filipinos. People know very little about the art forms that exist up to the present time. These artists are doing what they value and love to modify and keep the traditional art alive. People can learn from the vast knowledge of these indigenous people who can live longer, not only the techniques to survive but also the distinct identity of being Filipino. As envisioned in Republic Act No. 7355, known as Manlilikha ng Bayan Act, was established in 1992 and shall mean citizens engaged in any traditional art uniquely Filipino, whose distinct skills have reached such a high level of technical and artistic excellence and have passed it on in his or her community with the same degree or technical and artistic competence. National Commission of Culture and Arts, are also known NCCA, the highest policy and coordinating body for culture and arts of the state. It has to search for the finest traditional artists of the land who adopts a program that will ensure the transfer of the skills to others, undertakes measures to promote a genuine appreciation of and crafts that gives pride among our people about the genius of Manlilikha ng Bayan. The Gawad Manlilikha ng Bayan or the Gamaba awardees. As Filipino who recognize the unique identities of our fellow Filipinos, it is right to see their contribution to the community. The country is rich with various elements of tangible and intangible cultural heritage which has passed on the new generation. Culture as a part of Philippines' identity includes a variety of arts and enhanced by our national living treasure, artists who are recognized in their special contribution to the national heritage. These are Filipino citizens who is engaged in any traditional art forms and has contributed to the development of cultural diversity and the creative of humanity. Gamaba awardees for the year 1993. Ginaw Bilog died in 2003. Her contribution is Surat Mangyan and Ambahan poetry. Preserve the Humanoo Mangyan script and Ambahan poem consisting the 7-syllable lines and promote it on every occasion so that the art will not be lost but preserved for prosperity. Next, Masino Intaray. His contribution is epic chanter and storyteller, an outstanding master of the basal, gong song, kulilal, highly lyrical poem, and bagik or this instrumental music played on the kusyapi. Also played the aroding or mount harp, and babarak, ring, flute, and above all, he was a prolific and eminent epic chanter and storyteller. He is from Palawan Island. Next, Samaon Sulaiman. His contribution is playing Kudyapi. He achieved the highest level of excellence in the art of Kutiyapi or Kudyapi, two-string lute playing, and also proficient in Kulintang, Agong, Gandingan, Palendag, and Tambul. He is from Mamasapano, Maguindanao, Western Mindanao, Bangsamoro, Antomonos region in Muslim Mindanao. Next, Gamaba awardees for the year 1998. First is Lang Dulay. Her contribution is Tinalak weaving. He is credible with preserving her people traditions itinalak using abaca fibers as fine as hair, which traditionally has three primary colors, red, black, and the original color of abaca leaf created by her nimble hands, the crocodiles, butterflies, and flowers. He She is from Lake Cebu, Tiboli Lake Cebu, South Cotabato, Mindanao. Next, Salinta Munon, Inabal Weaving. She is awarded for the fully demonstrating the creative and expressive aspect of the Bagobo Abaka Ikat, or to tie or band, weaving, called Inabal, traditional textile of Bagobo. At a time when such art was threatened with extinction. She is from Tagabawa, Bagobo, Bansalan, Davao del Sur, Region 6, Davao Region. Next, Gamaba Awards for the year 2000. Uwang Ahadas, playing yakan instrument. He referred to for his ability and mastery in playing different yakan instruments made of bamboo, wood, and metal, and for imparting his insight to the youngster of his local. He kept on performing and instruct despite his diminishing visual perception, keeping the yakan melodic custom alive and thriving. He is from Yakan, Lamitan, Basilan Island, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Next in 2000 is Federico Caballero, chanting the Sugidanon epic of Panay Bukidnon. He continuously works for the documentation of the oral literature, in particular the epics of people. These 10 epics rendered in language that, though related in Kiniraya, is no longer spoken. He is from Sulod Bukidnon, Kalinog, Iloilo, Panay Island, Region 6, Western Visayas. Next is Alonzo Saclag, playing Kalinga musical instruments. His lifestyle work is to paint a portrait of his people, to record a traditional of opposites and dualities of people's characters, recorded in cadence, each aggressive and gentle. Play Kalinga musical instrument, dance patterns, and moves related to rituals. He is from Kalinga, Northern Luzon Island, Cordillera Administrative Region, or CAR. Next year is Gamaba Awardees for the year 2004. Haja Amina Api, mat weaving. He was recognized as the master mat weaving. Her colorful mats with their complex geometric patterns showcase her precise sense of design, proportion, and symmetry, and sensitivity of color. She is from Ongos Matata, Tandubas, Tawi-Tawi, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Next, Eduardo Motok, metal plating. He is an artist who has devoted his existence to developing religious and secular work in silver, bronze, and wood. His intricately detailed retablos, mirrors, altars, and carrozas are in church, buildings, and non-public collections. A range of these works are quite large, some exceeding 40 feet, whilst some are very small and feature very nice and refined craftsmanship. He is from Apalit, Pampanga, Region 3, Central Luzon. Next, Darhata Sawabi, Peace Shabit Weaving. He remained devoted and persevered with her mission to teach the artwork of peace swabit weaving. Her strokes firm and sure, her color sensitivity acute, and her dedication to the best of her products unwavering. She is from Tausug, Parang, Sulu, Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Next, Gamaba Awardees for the year 2012. Magdalena Gamayo, Abel Weaving. He has been a master in Abel weaving from Pinili, Ilocos Norte. She is not only weaving traditional Ilocano textile but also designs new patterns. One of her designs employs a difficult weaving technique called pilili, pililian, meaning partially. The weave produces a one-of-the-kind design that takes after a strike of flowers, thus its names, Inubon as Sabong. She did not formally study such traditional art. Instead, she watched closely as her aunt made and imitate the patterns. She is from Pinili, Ilocos Norte, Region 1, Ilocos Region. Next, Teofilo Garcia. Katukong or Tabungaw hat making. When she finished field work as a farmer, he focuses on the cultivation of development of tabungaw, Ilocano term of upo. At the age of 15, he learned the art of katukong or tabungaw, that making the basket weaving from his grandfather. He is from San Quintin, Abra, Cordillera Administration Region. Next, Gamaba Award is for year 2016. Ambalang Ausalin, Yakan Weaving. Apu Ambalang is significantly respected in all the Lamitan. Her ability is regarded unique. She can bring forth all designs and actualize all textile categories ordinary to the Yakan community, who are known to be among the finest weavers within the southern Philippines. She can perform the suwa bekat, cross-stitch like embellishment, and suwa pendan technique of bunga sa mga category. He has a complex knowledge of the whole weaving process, mindful and at the same time as the cultural significance of each textile designs or category. She is from Lamitan, Basilan Island, Bangsamoro, Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao. Next, Estelita Tumandan Bantilan, Bilaan Mat Weaving. Since she was a child, he was bright and careful in tangle weaving. Her perseverance took place because of her supportive husband. The thin strips of the Pandonus romblon rise matrix through deft fingers performing an individual rhythm. The beat guided her eyes. The unknown strips are held tight at the other end of her body as toes curl and close around not only these strips but as it were the abstraction that other people call designs. The arc of her torso determines the dexterity of feet and toes. Hand-eye coordination happens inside a frame of milliseconds. She is from Upper Lasang Sapu Maslas, Malapatan, Sarangani, Region 7, Sargen Region. Next, lastly, Yabing Masalon Dulo. Bilaan Ikat Tie-dye fabric weaving. Yabing Masalon Dulo, called as Fuy Yabing, was only 14 years old when she started weaving. All her younger years spent in sharpening her skills and imparting the knowledge to younger generations of Bilaan weavers. She follows her mother's movements back and forth. She colors the fibers, counts the thread, and observes the rhythmic dance of weavers' dreams woven into unique, soulful pieces. She is from Amgoo, Landan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, Region 7, Sargen. Yun lang.